Hello team, welcome to Clean Impact's training video series. It's very important that you pay attention to these videos. There will be tests on these videos to test your progression, to test your understanding of our material that we're putting out there, and to make sure that we're all on the same page and progressing towards our overall goal, which is to provide an outstanding, superior service to our customers. While you're watching this video, go ahead and make sure that you're doing your stretches, getting prepared for the night. Get your cart ready and kind of plan your attack for the night. So with that being said, it's very important to always look at your chart to notice which day that you're on. Pay attention to the color, pay attention to the special tasks, and pay attention to the timing that it's supposed to take you to do each one of these activities towards tonight's goal. Make sure you take note of the day that it is. Is it the first Monday? Is it the second Monday? Is it Tuesday? Pay attention to that, so that'll help you out with our chart to know which task you're supposed to be performing tonight. Always make sure that you have your key in your pocket. A very important thing, don't lock yourself out of the building. It's an uncomfortable conversation to have with myself or John or your direct supervisor to come out there and let you back in the building. It could be cold, it could be unsafe, so just make sure you're keeping your key in your pocket to help keep you protected. Now, it's very important that once you get on site to give your supervisor a quick text, let them know where you're at. This is important because we want to make sure that your family always knows where you're at in case of an emergency. Either myself, John, or one of your supervisors will be able to get in direct contact with you if your family needs that. So it's very important. Make sure you're checking in whenever you get on site and getting prepared for your evening. Now, tasks are very important. If done right, you will have no issue completing your outlined tasks for that night if you follow the process that Clean Impact has imposed. Take a look at your schedule. Pay attention to what you're going to do first. Remember, when you're walking into a room, take initiative. Look up, look for cobwebs, look down. Make sure you're paying attention. And if there is something on the ground, take the second to squat down, bend over, and pick it up. Again, remember, each one of these movements should be treated as an exercise. Don't bend at the back. Make sure you're squatting out your legs to help provide you just a little bit of exercise throughout your evening. Pay attention to why you're actually here tonight. Is it because you want to earn extra money for Christmas? Is it you guys want to take an extra family vacation? Do you need to provide ballet for your kids? Karate for your kids? Make sure you're paying attention to your goals of why you're here and work towards those goals and do it with dignity and self-respect. If you have any issues at Clean Impact, make sure you're bringing it up with your direct supervisor or one of the owners. We're always happy to answer your questions, to potentially find solutions, and to help you through any difficult times. Before wet mopping anything or wet wiping anything, you always take a dry towel and make sure you wipe off all the dust off the surfaces. Make sure you vacuum up all the dust off the floor or sweep all the dust and dirt off the floor onto a carpeted area so you can apply your wet mop. If you try to do this while there's dust and debris on the floor, it's going to roll up, it's going to gum up, and it's going to take you twice as long to get that floor clean. So before any wet application, make sure you always dry wipe things first. It's important to understand the different color coding of our microfiber towels. The yellow microfiber towel are used for toilets, urinals, and partitions. The green microfiber towels are used for desks, countertops, sinks, soap dispensers, things like that. And the blue microfiber cloths are used for bright work, polishing up the sink, the chrome, polishing up the mirror, fine-tuning a few of... Make sure you're paying attention to the color coding of our microfiber towels. The yellow towels are for urinals and toilets and partitions. The green towels are for counters, desktops, dispensers, things like that. And the blue microfiber are for fine polishing, for polishing up the bright work, the chrome, the mirrors, and any fine-tuning work that you're going to need to do. Now, it's important to understand that yellow microfiber towels, wet ones, can be used for 3 times. Continue to use those for 3 days. After that, you'll always have a dry one with you to help fine-tune everything. Use that dry one as your new wet one. The green microfiber towels can be used for 5 times. So you have a wet microfiber green that you're using to wipe countertops off with. You have your dry green microfiber that you polish things up with. After you use the wet one 5 times, the dry one now becomes your wet one. Use that baby for 5 more days. Same thing goes with the blue ones. Blues can be used for up to 7 days. You'll always use your dry blue microfiber to polish things up. So just pay attention to your... Remember, at Clean Impact, there's only one shortcut, and that's to do things right the first time. If you don't have time to do it right the first time, when are you going to find time to come back and do it again? If you encounter a client while you are on-site cleaning, do the cordial thing. Smile, introduce yourself, and just be polite. We're here to help serve them, and a great experience begins from the first hello to locking up the door at the end of the day. It's very important to pay attention to the details. John and I are out getting these jobs. We're making promises to these clients that they're going to receive an excellent service every time. Not just every other time, every single time. It's up to us as a team to make sure that we can perform at these high standards and keep living up to our potential to be the greatest cleaning company, not only in Springfield, but all around. It's details that really count. Pay attention, slow down, do the right thing, take initiative. Don't walk away from something if it's not perfect. At the end of the night, we're going to make sure we're doing our checklist. This is very important that you actually go through your checklist. We don't just assume that it's done. Take the time, go in there and look at the sink, make sure there's no spots on it, look at the floor, make sure you didn't miss anything. It's very important. So when we first begin our clean, we want to make sure that we turn all of the lights on. We do not turn these lights off until the entire floor is done, and we take our checklist and walk around and check off absolutely everything, physically looking at everything. Don't assume things are done until you actually physically look at it and make sure that you can actually check those boxes off. These details are what separates us from everybody else, and these details are what are going to allow us to grow and excel and provide more opportunities for you as our team and to grow our family in general. After you check off the box, shut the light off. Very important. You can now move down to the next floor, begin the process all over again. Identify which tasks need to be completed, identify which date you're doing, and identify which order you're supposed to be doing these tasks in. Then begin the process. Again, the lights are all on. Walk through, complete your tasks. Whenever you're ready to move on to the next floor or you're done for the night, you go through, check off everything off the box, physically look at everything again, and check it off. Shut the light off after you're done with that room or that area, and move on to the next one. The lights help double check. The checklist helps double check. And the buddy system helps triple check. So it's very important that you're following these standards and these processes so we can continue to provide the highest level of service to our premium service client.